Hello. There we go. All right. Let's see. Microphone is on. Check. We got it. How's my hair looking? I think we can all agree my hair is looking pretty banging. Okay. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mashup Talk. I really need some sort of like royalty free, super cleared intro music or something. I mean, when you when you throw a mashup party as your brand, and then of course all I want to do is like have like some sort of like mashup as the intro music, but there's a reason that this show is called Mashup Talk, and that is because it is the show where there is actually no music. It's just talking about Bootie Mashup and mashups, and that way we don't get clocked by the copyright trolls and the copyright police and all the bots that are out there that are trolling the internet, searching for copyrighted music to shut down. So sorry, no intro music, at least not yet. We might get there, but it just seems weird to not have your intro music for a show called Mashup Talk to not be a mashup. But at the same time, I don't want to have a mashup as the intro music. And then all of a sudden, because there's 30 seconds of some mashup at the top of the show, Twitch does not allow this as a VOD, video on demand. It doesn't save it. Facebook Live will block it. YouTube will block it. It's the plight of a bootlegger. Does the Jolly Roger pirate symbol in our logo mean anything to you? Yes, indeed, it is 2020 and we are still dealing with the same copyright issues that we were dealing with years ago. In fact, actually, no, hold on. Let me rephrase that. We are actually not. It's a completely different thing. It's like we're dealing with the same issue. We're just dealing with it in a different way. Whereas before it would be, you'd get a nasty email. Now, they don't even send you an email. It's just like, hey, click. My video's blocked, or it didn't upload, or something happened and it's gone. It's erased from the internet. And it's because there are copyright bots out there. AI. Oh, can I tell you guys an AI story? Let me tell you a fun story of my week's been. Woo! It's not been one of those super solid weeks. It's been a week where I was like, yeah, doing all the things. Monday, literally on Monday, marked the 1 month anniversary, really, of Bootie Mashup in the Corona apocalypse. Not 1 month since our parties got shut down, but 1 month since 31 days since we started our very, very first live stream here on Twitch, also Facebook Live. I'm also Instagram Live. Hello, everybody. So the I was feeling it. You can go to the bootiemashup.com website. Highly recommend it right there. And you can see that, it's like 1 month later, I had a pretty long blog post that I wrote about how things have been, really trying to pivot an entire nightlife party. I mean, we throw parties. I mean, the theme of the parties is mashups, and we love mashup culture. But what has allowed us to flourish and continue has been, a revenue stream of people not paying for the mashups, but paying for a party. And that's been really, really great because that income allowed me to have a web server that can contain all these mashups with no advertising. Because, I don't want a record label looking at the bootiemashup.com website and being like, oh, you have all of this pirated music on your website and you've got advertising, you're obviously making money. It's like, no. You pay for the entertainment that you get at the club. You are not paying for the actual mashups. And so that's always been, that's sort of like, there you go. There's the dirty little secret of the Bootie Mashup business model, which up until a month ago was working out great. Now, it's like, oh my God. So it's like trying to pivot that entire business model, the business of throwing parties, to then pivoting to basically being just an online music brand that is still throwing parties. But these parties are a little bit more difficult to monetize. And it's been, as I've said before on this show, I don't know who's tuned in before and who hasn't. So, forgive me, diehard fans who have been here since the beginning. You're going to hear me repeat some of the same stuff, but it has been super, super gratifying to reconnect with the mashup community at large within the internet circles and taking it out of the club and bringing it to an audience that has not been able to necessarily experience what we do. I mean, you can go and download the mashups, but who does that anymore anyway? Does anyone even download stuff anymore? Please, it's like, I know I'm blah, blah, blahing right now, but I seriously scroll when I hit stop streaming, I scroll through all the comments and read everything. So, so feel free. But yeah, does anyone even download music anymore? Or is it all streaming? I mean, you can stream on our website. We've got a little music player in the lower left corner. Every best of Bootie Mashup album, all our mixtapes, the theme albums, the top 10s. It's like, you could, right off the front page, you can just click it and hear that month's top 10, streaming it. Like, does anyone even download the zip files anymore? I mean, I know DJs do, because you need to download it in order to, put it into your Tractor or Serato to play it. So, you're welcome, DJs. But do fans who want to hear mashups do that? I don't know. But anyway, all that server space and that internet, that costs money, which used to be paid for. And now it's like, oh God. So I've had one of those weeks of like Monday, I was like, yeah, we're doing great stuff. I'm so proud of my team. And then over the course of, this, past 5 days, it's been like a few things chipping away at me. Oh God, how am I going to survive? And I know a lot of you out there are asking the same questions. So I'm here right now to help you feel not so alone. Cause I know over the past few days, I've had several people reach out to me. And I have not always been available to have that conversation, but it has been so appreciated to know that we're all in this together. There's a lot of other people in, our same boats, DJs, performers who are having a really rough time of it, event producers. We're all freaking out. And I think it might be one of those things where also this past week, it's been, when this all started, kind of thought Corona Apocalypse would maybe be like, everything would be shut down for like a month, maybe 6 weeks, maybe 2 months. And it's just now starting to seep in that this is not over with at the end of May. And even if it is over with to a certain degree, it's not over with for us. Our venues, DNA Lounge, El Cid in Los Angeles, Rebar in Seattle. These places were the first ones to shut down before even shelter in place and quarantine was in effect. So they're going to be the last ones to open as well. I mean, these are gathering places. So it's starting to think like, oh my gosh, it's going to be like no income for months and months. So then, of course, I start freaking out. And then, of course, a whole series of things happens. Well, it's like, well, there's that federal payment protection program, part of the CARES Act. as I run Bootie as a small business. So I'm a small business owner. So it's like, ooh, okay, well, at least I've got that to kind of like eke by. It's not going to, pay for everything, but we're not paying for everything anymore. I'm not paying for advertising and flyers and promotion and DJs to play at the club and performers. I mean, it's like there's a huge operating expense that is now poof gone. But there's still operating expenses. So I was like, okay, well, at least I'll get a little bit of, money from that. Maybe I have to pay it back. Maybe I don't. It was all sort of like, and I was on it. I mean, I literally, like, the minute that those documents were available online, I filled it out, submitted it to the bank. And then, like, literally yesterday, it's like, oh yeah, all that money's gone. And all these states in the middle of the country, a lot of them got their money, but some of the hardest hit states, New York, Washington, California. I mean, California is actually doing pretty good, but we're on the coast, so it hit us, fairly early. The corona apocalypse. So yeah, there's money's not there. So who knows? So that started a whole little tailspin. And then, oh my God. Okay. So we're talking about, the pirate logo, music, not necessarily the most legally cleared music in the world. I got not a cease and desist letter. I got basically like a copyright infringement notice, for a flyer. It's going to fly in the background somewhere. Actually, several versions of this image are going to fly in the background of here. I still love this video. So I'm doing it again 2 weeks in a row. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, this image. So I get from an image rights company. In fact, it's even called Image Rights. They sent me, they're what's known as a copyright troll. They use AI. Oh, there it is. See the Bowie one? There it is. That one? Yes, that face. Yeah, I got in trouble. This is, and I'm going to have to pay them money for that image, because basically, AI, trolls the internet and looks for images that have been used illegally. And, it's like everybody has used that damn lightning bolt David Bowie image, famous from not Ziggy Stardust, Aladdin Sane. Anyway, we used it on a flyer. Actually, it was for our Bowie versus Prince party from like about 2.5 years ago. And yeah, so they sent a nasty letter. I immediately removed it from the website. I'm okay with that. That's fine. So sorry. But yeah, they are coming after me for money. And now, thanks. So it's one of those things where it's like, okay, do I just ignore this and hope that it goes away, or do I, pay the not insignificant amount of money that they want, or suffer possibly getting sued, and I really don't want to get sued. I've already been down that road once, and it is no fun, and I don't have the mental bandwidth for it right now. So yeah, like I said, it's been a mental health check, everybody. How is everybody out there? Mental health check. Like I said, tell me in the comments. I read all this stuff when I hit stop streaming. So yesterday in a Zoom party, I'll get to that in a minute. The organizer of the Zoom party did a little mental health check, and I thought that was really cool. It's like it destigmatizes it a little bit, because I've just been like, look, this is what you guys see. But, the minute I turn this off, I'm like, I'm sobbing big, ugly tears. Maybe not tonight, but I definitely was yesterday. It was bad. I had a bad mental health day yesterday. But what helped? Yeah, let me get to that Zoom party. So part of what's been been rough this past week is just, okay, so the realization that this is not ending anytime soon. Getting a copyright infringement notice from an image rights company, and just the overwhelmed feeling that I have just trying to manage all of this. I've got a great team of people and everyone's jumping in, helping where they can. But I'm still like, Queen Bee Mama here trying to, get all the moving parts and pieces together. So it's like, oh God, okay, we I need to keep just trying new things, adding everything. And so there was I read about this thing called Zoom parties, and I'm like, oh God, okay. I think of Zoom as what everyone, it's like I saw a meme about like, who started the corona apocalypse, who like, Zoom and evil pharmaceutical companies. I mean, this is not real. This was a joke. So please don't think that this is like some crazy conspiracy theory thing. This is literally something so ridiculous that it's a joke. It was a meme, okay? I'm sure there are people who probably believe it. But like Zoom, the company that makes Zoom, it was in cahoots with some pharmaceutical company to manufacture a virus to keep everyone working at home so Zoom stock can go up, which is, ridiculous. But geez, everybody is on Zoom, like everybody. But it's everyone's, WFH, work from home. So, I've seen, lots of memes and stuff about Zoom. And then I'm like, okay, well, then the articles about Zoom parties started coming out. And I'm like, oh, are we doing this all wrong? Are we, instead of doing this on Twitch, should we also be doing Zoom? So I downloaded Zoom yesterday, just like, okay, fine. Like just trying to be somewhat productive of doing some things so I can just feel like a productive human being. And RAID, Random Acts of Irreverent Dance, better known as better known as RAID. But they are our resident dance crew for Bootie Mashup in Los Angeles. And DJ Time, every Thursday afternoon or evening or whatever time zone you're in, does the thing called Living Room Boom. And one of his original concepts was actually having people Zoom meeting into his live stream, which has been technically challenging, so that hasn't actually happened. But being able to live stream, and then it was like, ooh, we could get like go-go dancers. Oh, we could get RAID. Well, so a lot of RAID members submitted videos, but then yesterday, Rami, the dance commander of RAID, organized a Zoom party, and it was small. It was like literally like 5 or 6 members of RAID, and I jumped in, and it was fun. It was like seeing everybody's faces, and we're listening to the live stream on Twitch. We're rocking out, we're dancing. I was trying to work and dance at this time, like working in my chair, and so it started like getting the wheels turning. It's like, maybe we can do this. How can we? Because it's like I throw parties, and parties there's so many elements. It's like, Bootie Mashup is a party that celebrates and really big ups mashup culture, but at the same time, there's a lot of elements to a party, and a social element is such an important one. And I do sort of feel like, in a Facebook Live or a Twitch chat, I'm not seeing faces talking in real time. Where I sometimes I just know a screen name, and I don't have a face to put to it. And so it was really kind of nice. So there we go. There's another project we're working on. But Zoom sort of snapped me out of my depression a little bit yesterday, just seeing everyone's faces. I mean, it was only like 8 of us total, but we can expand. So we're that's one of those projects that starting to work on. And we're going to do, I just finished all the promotion for it today. Not all the promotion, more stuff's going to get added to it. But we are doing Aprilween, Halloween in April, just like Halloween is the last day in October. Aprilween is the last day of April. So we are going to be doing, it started off as just like, hey, you know what? I want to do a show. I want to, the same way we do shows at Bootie Mashup, with like, burlesque and drag queens and pole dance and, live singing and things like that. I want to do a show. But then I was like, okay, but I know that like Jupiter Gatling wants to DJ. I know it's a Thursday. DJ Time's already going to have his Living Room Boom show. Freddie, King of Pants, loves Halloween, his favorite holiday. And then I was like, oh, well, I want to DJ. So then it started like literally just this morning. I sent out, a message to my little Bootie Mashup group. And I'm like, okay, who wants to DJ Aprilween? And I think we're going to have it's going to be like 16 to 24 hours of Aprilween. So we can hit all the time zones. So we are doing Aprilween. There's going to be performances throughout. I'm probably going to do 2 shows of performances and DJs. So you can like jump in anytime. But the thing that I'm really looking forward to, and I'm announcing it here, full disclosure, we have not figured out how we're doing this yet, but we're gonna do like a little side party. Like think of it as like in another room. It's gonna be Zoom, and we're gonna do a costume contest in Zoom. So still figuring out how that's all gonna work. I'm kind of thinking that if you're a subscriber to our Bootie Mashup Twitch channel, you will get a message with the Zoom code to come into the meeting. It's gonna be a party, So like I said, we're still working out the details. So please don't hold me to anything. She said there'd be a costume contest. That's gonna all turn to shit. Who knows? But that's the plan, and we've got a little less than 2 weeks to figure it all out. So yeah, fun thing. So, but that's what I mean. It's like every day is this mix of emotions of like, yeah, all these ideas and we can do it. And then like, oh my God, there's so much to do. There's like, just launched a Patreon. I mean, we didn't launch it yet. It's like, I just like, basically I'm cyber squatting on it, and, but I haven't figured out what to offer in Patreon. Like, what do you guys want? What do you want? I mean, I've got all these ideas. I'm like thinking like, here's my little list. I can offer like a custom mixtape every month that like you guys get first, the Patreons, and then it gets posted to the website months later. Maybe like a mashup pack, some of the cool tracks that didn't quite make the Booty Top 10 that everybody gets, you get like the special pack. Like mashup curation, that's what I do. Maybe, invites to the Zoom parties. Maybe like, a pack of, old classic mashups. Like, basically we used to give away CDs, same sort of deal. We give away mashups. But if you've got other ideas, that, yeah, we'll probably get t-shirts. I know. We'll get you guys t-shirts. But one thing at a time. Oh God, Patreon, Zoom. What was the other thing? Oh God. Emotes. At least we did emotes this week. We launched on Wednesday. They finally all went live. Jupiter Gatling made us cute emojis, emoticons for Twitch. So if you're a subscriber, you get to use a set of emoticons that are super, super cute, and I love them. Anyway, all right, you know what? I'm gonna have a little. This is the kind of day, week I've been having. So cheers, you guys. And by the way, thank you for tuning in to Friday Night Live. This is Mashup Talk, and I am your hostess, Adriana A. And this is the Friday show where this is the big one. I mean, this is sort of like the flagship show of our Twitch programming, and it's fun to just like yap at you guys and also bring on tonight's guest DJ. And we are going to Mashup Talk. We're going to talk about mashups. So let's give her a call. We are going to be chatting with tonight's guest DJ, DJ Erson. Let's get this going here. And hopefully she answers. Where is she? Wait, there she is. There we go. Wait, we talked about this. You need to turn your phone horizontal.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Wait, does it work? Yes, there you go. Now you're bigger in the screen. Okay.
All
right. Well, welcome to the show. Welcome to Mashup Talk, everyone. This is DJ Erson. She is
good to be here.
One of our esteemed resident DJs at Bootie Mashup in San Francisco. So, I see you have a green screen.
Yeah. I managed to get Amazon to deliver me something.
Wow. Excellent. So we're going to be, obviously we are fans of the green screen here in at least in my live streams. So what do you got in store for us tonight with your DJ set?
So tonight I was thinking of doing a ladies' night.
Can you tell me more about ladies' night?
All female artists from the whole spectrum, hip hop, pop, everything in between, rock, and looking to get some requests from the audience. So stay tuned for making requests.
Yeah, that is one of the best parts about Twitch is you get requests in the chat, and it's without like, hey, play some Britney.
Yeah, you can make your requests like have a background or an emote, but there's no phone in your face. There's no drunk person coming up to you. You can pretend to ignore the chat. It's hard to ignore someone in your face.
Yeah, true. Sometimes you need to get security involved, sadly, but
a lot of times you get good requests, and I actually like requests.
I love requests. Let's talk about that because it's such a cliche in the DJ world of like, that super cool DJ. It's always some dude with a baseball cap.
I'm not a jukebox. You can't tell me what to do.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, exactly. Right.
It's not your art.
Right. No requests. Yeah, exactly. Like, what do you think about that?
I think that they're shutting themselves out of a potential to make their audience connect with them more and have even more fun. Because if you get a good request that you were going to play anyways, tell them that it was an awesome request and make them happy. And they're going to go back to their friends and be all excited that the DJ's playing their song. Yeah. And it's a missed opportunity if you don't take good requests.
Yeah. What do you do when you get a bad request? Or something that's like completely not even within the format of what you're spinning. Like the promoter wants you to play mashups, and they come up with some song that you don't have a mashup of.
I try to steer them towards a second request.
Okay. Yeah.
Because they probably like something that we could play.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't think that's going to work. Sorry, I really love that song, but think of another song. Like, look at the dance floor. What do you think they're going to like? Right. What's going to make them go crazy? And then people usually are like, oh, okay, I understand. And then they try to think of something else.
And what does make them go crazy? You've been DJing. How long have you been? I can't keep track of these things. How long have you been DJing at Bootie Mashup?
Since 2012.
Okay. So this is, I think this, I don't like, I think of you as just so part of the team that I kind of have no idea how you started DJing for us. It was just like one day you were there and you haven't left yet. So, like, tell me how you ended up starting to DJ for Bootie Mashup.
I was a groupie fan. I just kept coming. And I started teaching myself how to DJ. I was working for this nightlife website, Night Vibe. And so I would write about you guys on there, and you would put me on your guest list. And I was some broke, just graduated out of college kid.
Yeah, I totally remember.
And so, I don't think I've ever paid a cover to get into Bootie because I was just like nightlife correspondent. Yeah. And, and I just kept showing up, every week and then taught myself how to DJ. And you guys gave me a shot in one of the back rooms. And And back then there were more rooms and more slots to go
Yeah.
around, so it was a good timing.
Mm. I do remember that now. And now I know that you actually, I guess I didn't realize that Bootie Mashup sort of like gave you your start. Am I hearing that correctly?
Oh yeah, big
Oh my
time.
God.
And
'Cause
I get wedding clients
yeah,
all the time.
that's what,
Booty fans.
yeah, because
Yeah.
because I think of you now as like, oh yeah, you're, I mean, you've worked for DJ companies. I know that you do weddings and corporate events and like, like you're a professional DJ now.
Yeah.
And
Full time
yeah.
unemployed.
I mean, yeah, so you know what I you know what I was talking about earlier then. But yeah, I know in fact fans of the show they also do a huge one of the biggest Twitch channels here for in fact they're the biggest live streaming Dungeons and Dragons channel, Critical Role. And the Dungeon Master of Critical Role, you actually DJ'd Matthew Mercer's wedding, didn't you?
Oh,
And
awesome.
Marisha,
Yeah.
yes.
And I was supposed to DJ another person's wedding who was at his wedding, but it got canceled. It was in March.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's how you holding up?
Having this stream to work on and figure out new technology has given me a project. So the depression has waned a little bit, but just having something to do, something to distract me with, so I'm not just watching TV eating Doritos all day.
Oh, God, that actually kind of sounds nice, though. like I think we might be on flipped schedules a little bit, where like as soon as Corona Apocalypse happened, I was like, I mean, you get my emails. I'm like, yeah, let's go team, yeah. And we didn't hear from you for like a few weeks, and then yeah, you were like, hey guys, okay, I'm here. And now I think I'm ready to be like, okay, Twitch is going. We're doing fine. Okay, I'm gonna go eat Doritos and watch TV. Oh.
Yeah, we'll to finally be in the mix tonight.
Yeah, excellent. So so I ask every DJ who comes onto the show this question. What was the first mashup you ever heard? Like, what got you into mashup culture?
So I actually did some digging to figure out what it was because I just couldn't remember. But in college, it was the LimeWire days.
Oh yeah.
So I was downloading like tons and tons of music, just everything. And I don't know how I found this song, but it's called San Francisco like musical racket mix, and it's Benny Benassi and global DJs with Wear Some Flowers in Your Hair, San Francisco and California, Screaming, Mamas and the Papas. Yeah. And I had that on mix CDs in college in like 2006.
And you didn't go to college in San Francisco, did you?
No.
So is that the mashup that made you move out to San Francisco?
Well, I spent the summer of 2006 in San Francisco with my brother and just had the best time. Went to my first music festival and my first like big concerts, that weren't like Britney Spears.
No shame in
that
game.
Yeah, so I found like my old hard drive because I looked up like all my MP3s and what was like my first added MP3 that was a mashup, and that was it.
Wow.
That's how I figured that
Are you
out.
gonna drop that one tonight?
Okay, I am, yeah.
Good.
I also found this.
Oh my God! Wait a minute. What year is that?
This
The
is
Weekender.
Bootie's 6-year anniversary.
Oh my God, that failed. Well, actually, it wasn't that much of a fail. Yeah, there's 2 dates on there. There's a Weekender. Yeah, we did a Friday and a Saturday for our 6-year anniversary. That was crazy. Yeah, one night was like school night, and the next night was pirate night. Yeah.
So I must have been there.
Okay, that's amazing. Wow. Do you even have anything to play that on anymore? Do you even?
There's a disc drive around here somewhere, but
like I don't even think I have. I have a CD drive somewhere, but yeah, I mean, I guess can you play CDs in a PlayStation? Like I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know what to do with my 200 blank CDs.
We still
make it a project.
We still have like it's definitely the last run. I think maybe I was talking about like a Patreon offer. Maybe I'll do like a limited edition set of CDs just as a way to get rid of the blank CDs that we have left. Because we do custom printed CDs. Like, oh, open up that CD. I want to see what's on the label. Was it still when I was just handwriting everything?
It's just the sticker. Hold on.
Oh God, how ghetto is this? Let's see. Oh, is this super jank? Oh my God, look at that. It's literally one of those like Avery return mailing address labels. Just like slapped onto the CD. Yeah, a few years later, we started actually paying for custom printed blank CDs. So, okay, good. So tell me, okay, so you've been DJing now for Bootie Mashup since you said 2012, I believe.
So 8 years.
So in those 8 years, tell me a crazy story. It doesn't have to be the craziest, just, I guess I know there's so many. Tell me a crazy DJing at Bootie Mashup story.
The proposal on Thanksgiving weekend was pretty crazy.
What happened?
Well, I never usually MC, but I was the only MC there that weekend, and some guy emailed you or Eric that he wanted to propose to his girlfriend, and I was like, okay, I got this. We're gonna do this. And so I coordinated with him, and we figured out the time and how he was gonna do it. Oh, we'll keep the stage empty, before we open the stage.
Yeah, because it was like Thanksgiving is usually pretty lightly attended.
Slower, yeah.
And was that basically the Midnight Mashup show?
Basically, yeah. Everyone loves a proposal, and she said yes.
Okay, good. Right, that could have been awkward. So what happened? Like, what'd you do? How do you orchestrate that in the middle of a party?
I mean, you just do your, hey, how's it going, everybody? And, one of our Bootie fans has something special he wants to say. And he starts dragging her onto the stage. And she's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, oh, my God. And he takes the mic and just has like a short and sweet speech. And their first date was at Bootie or something. And place. And he got down on one knee and she like couldn't say anything for a few seconds.
Oh,
everyone screaming and
the crowd. I'm sure the crowd went wild. Was there a particular like song that you needed to play right after or something, or?
Definitely a love song, but I can't remember what it was. Yeah. But definitely like high energy.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my God, that's that I was expecting some like drunk story about somebody like falling off the DJ platform or something. But you come at me with like the super like
surprisingly not that many people fall off the platforms at Bootie. I'm always really surprised. They fall into me a lot, like drunkenly walking by.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that is the one thing that that you might miss doing a DJ set on Twitch is
don't get to see people falling down.
Exactly.
We need the Zoom chat
right,
for that.
Exactly. We're getting there. So you just recently got up to speed. Like you did your very first live stream DJ set like just like less than a week ago.
Couple days
ago.
Yeah, a couple days ago.
So what took you so long?
And what took me so long? I mean, figuring out new software, ordering things online.
And now it takes forever to get everything. Yeah.
Getting all the pieces together.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I know you've made a few mashups yourself. What do you look for in a mashup? Like, what do you love about mashup culture?
I love the unexpected. And having two things that you love or two things that you just like, but then when they're together, you love it even more. A lot of pop songs I like, but, don't love, but the mashup makes it so much better. And I love bringing in older stuff with newer stuff. And I don't think people listen to older music as much as they maybe should, because there's old music that's really good, and mashups helps kind of bring that back.
Now, when you say old music, what do you mean exactly? Like I want to know what's old for you, because that you say old and we could be talking about like the Beatles or Chubby Checker or Elvis Presley, or you could be talking about Fleetwood Mac, or you could be talking about like I don't know, something from, a few years ago. We have such
Right.
an
Yeah.
accelerated culture.
I'm getting older, so I think the 2000s are not that old, but probably to young kids, like early 2000s music is like
Yeah,
oldies
I
now.
mean, Britney, to a 17-year-old, Britney is what we probably think of as what we think of Madonna is what they think of as like
Right.
Britney.
Right. So like 60s to 90s is like older music, I guess, for
Yeah.
me.
But
Yeah.
it's interesting. I'm always constantly surprised at how certain songs, like universally everybody knows, even though they're like old songs. And I was like, how did, and then I find out it was like, oh, this was in a commercial or this was in a movie
Or
or,
video game.
yeah, a video game, especially like, oh my God, like when Guitar Hero and Rock Band came out, like suddenly all these kids know these like kind of classic rock songs, a lot of dad rock is,
Right. Yeah.
What's your go-to? What do you like? What do you love to play? Obviously, like almost every mashup DJ, I know you probably love everything. But what's your wheelhouse? Like what's definitely your jam?
I play a lot of hip hop.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. You do.
Yeah.
If anyone's come to Bootie in San Francisco, Erson does Post Cliche, which is the part of our upstairs hip hop lounge. So yeah, what do you like about hip hop?
I like people. Well, I like that people like it a lot. And
You're
who doesn't love girls twerking on the dance floor?
okay then. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah. Oh, so I'm sure you're gonna be all over the map with your DJ set tonight.
Yeah, I also like disco and pop, and I'll throw in some EDM too.
Yeah. Hit it all. Yeah, and definitely. Yeah. I mean, the fun thing that I've really appreciated about live streaming is definitely stick with the chats and check in, and yeah, people will be throwing down some good ideas. And what I've really loved is we've got really hardcore mashup fans, like actual mashup fans, which sometimes at Booty San Francisco they're just there to like
Have fun.
and they don't even realize that they're at a mashup club half the time, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, in some ways, streaming to a global audience of real mashup fans is more stressful than a nightclub with people who just want to dance and drink with their friends.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Well, I think everyone will go easy on you. It's not like, it's not like that train spotter DJ is like, Well, excellent. Well, I'm gonna let you go because I know you need to, go get ready.
I'll get ready.
Go, do your stretches and work those, do your finger exercises. I don't know.
Button pushing.
Yeah,
exercise.
exactly. Right. So definitely looking forward to your set tonight, and thank you so much for joining us here on Mashup Talk.
All right. Thanks,
All right.
Adriana.
See ya, Erson. All right. There we go. DJ Erson, everybody. Yeah, it's definitely a different experience. DJing, here on a live stream as opposed to in a club. And I cannot wait until we can DJ at a club again. And I'm sure a lot of you are looking forward to actually dancing at a club, but it's probably going to be a while. I've been talking to a bunch of fellow nightlife friends, and we're all very curious how it's going to work. It's like the festivals and stuff. We know those are all shut down. Like what constitutes a big group of people? Like, will bars be allowed open before clubs are? And then do we kind of move Booty Mashup into like a little bit of a bar setting? Or is it going to be like bigger nightclubs are allowed open because they're big and they've got space for people to spread out, but capacity is capped? Like, say, a place like DNA Lounge, where we do our party in San Francisco, that place can hold 1,000 people. It can hold 1,400 if you've got all 4 rooms going. I mean, 1,400 is a little crammed, but anyway, a lot of people. Is it then like, okay, you're allowed to have the club open, but you're only allowed like 300 people, so everyone and will clubs even want to do that? Or are they going to be like, well, if we only have that amount of people, we can't afford to be open because we have to have, security and staffing and everything else, so it's really, everything is a giant question mark right now. Which is one of those reasons why I just have been under so much pressure to just keep this going and to keep exploring different ideas. DJ Time and I keep repeating the same 3 words over and over again in our discussions of this new culture that we're in. Actually 4 words. Try all the things. Try all the things. So we are trying all of the things. Because we don't know what connects with you guys. Zoom is sort of my big thing right now, but that might be fun for a week or two, and then we realize, people don't really like it as much. It might be a combination of this and that, and so it's really it's totally wide open. It's very stressful, but it's exciting as well when I'm not having a nervous breakdown. It's exciting because it really reminds me of, I keep having flashbacks of how I first started as an event producer, a club promoter guy. I hate using the term club promoter because it just, the mental image of a club promoter is this super douchey, it's always a dude too. It's super douchey dude with handing out VIP flyers to pretty girls, and he's the one with always has the drugs. I don't know. That's club promoter has such a weird negative connotation, but it's I throw parties for a living. I'm a producer. I produce events. Although then when I tell people I'm an event producer, then they're like, you mean weddings, corporate events? It's not really. Not at all, actually. But anyway, so it's an interesting time to be alive, isn't it, everybody? So yeah, we are trying all the things. We've got we keep adding shows. I'm probably shooting myself in the foot because the only way that we reach partner status on Twitch, I don't know how much I know all the people on Facebook Live are we don't know what you're talking about. We're not on Twitch, but there's different levels. There's affiliate where you can, you have little, we can have subscribers with emoticons and little, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it all out. But then there's partner level, and partners you need a 75 viewers average every stream, and we're not there yet. And then I often wonder, it's oh my God, if we just keep adding shows, does that just mean our average is going to keep going down? So again, just trying all the things, but I don't want to I'm the girl who can't say no. If you want to do a mashup related show and you're part of my crew, my team, my people, then of course I want to say yes, let's do it. Let's try it out. Do it as a one-off, or for instance, this coming Tuesday, April 21st, you'll see it in the right underneath the video on our Twitch page. You will see we've got something called How I Get Smashed with Stir-Fred Snake. Stir-Fred Snake is actually the mashup producer alias of Gavin, who is the guitar player in my live mashup band, Smash Up Derby. And so he pitched me on this idea, of, hey, I want to do a live stream of playing guitar and singing and sort of showing the process of how we as a band come up with mashup ideas. And I'm oh God, yeah, let's do this. And it's not going to be a weekly show. So definitely it's this Tuesday. It'll also, I don't think it'll get muted for copyright infringement. So it'll be on our channel for like 2 weeks. Twitch saves everything for 2 weeks. So but definitely try to tune in for that. I am super excited to see how that comes together. I mean, I'm part of that process, but a lot of times, Gavin, aka Stir Fred Snake, will come in with an idea, and it's like he's already worked it all out. He's even made a proof of concept. It's a lot of the mashups that I've made personally started off as proof of concepts for the band, and then I just released them. If you were tuned into the Wednesdays A+D listening party, I talked about that a lot. How a lot of the mashups that I've made, are because they were either band songs or I wanted them to be a band song, and I was like, it's so much easier to just let me put this together and you guys learn it, and that's what Stir Fred Snake does as well. So I'm curious to see that show. And then I know Jupiter Gatling, my partner in Berlin, the creator of all of our lovely Twitch emotes. She's also going to be coming out with a show soon called Jupiter Killing It. Killing it being a double entendre. She killing it like, yeah, you are killing it, or ooh, you're killing off the dance floor. Because there are definitely different kinds of mashups, and not every mashup is made for the dance floor, and that's okay. That's what this channel is for. We can play whatever we want. So, definitely, like I said, trying all the things. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about? We're almost at the end of the show. Are you guys ready to kind of like get your Friday night dance on, or dance in your chair, or just hang out and listen? It's like I said, we really the really fun part about this is the interactivity. If you're on Instagram Live, if you're on Facebook Live watching this, please come on over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Bootie Mashup, and join us. It's a lot of times, I basically listen to Twitch streams like all day. I really, this is why there has not been a Bootie top 10 this month yet. Because I'm just too busy listening to other DJs and listening to everything else. There's constantly music going on in my home, as you can probably imagine. But yeah, I think, okay, remember last weekend, anyone who tuned in, where I said, it's like, oh, I'm really burned out. I'm just going to spend the next 2 days cleaning my house and doing something for me and not working on anything Bootie Mashup related. That was a lie. That was a total lie. That did not, in fact, happen. So I'm definitely not promising that to myself or to anybody else this weekend. But I am going to promise that this is one of the dilemmas of being a mashup producer who produces a party, is get so busy producing the party that I sometimes get away from the music a little bit, and actually, like I did not make a mashup for 7 years. There's a couple mixtapes I really want to put together. I know I keep talking about this Fleetwood Mashed mixtape. It's like, a month ago, I did a whole listening party where we listened to all the tracks. So it's like, it's there. It just needs to get culled down and made into a killer Fleetwood Mac mashup album. So that's coming. Bootie Top 10's coming. Some other stuff's coming. So I promise I'm going to start doing some music. I don't even know if I'm telling you guys this because you need to know it, or if I'm just telling it for me to kind of like, stop being so depressed. It's going to be okay. I mean, it probably won't, but, I'm not going to starve. We will figure this out. We will get through this. It's a whole new world. We'll figure it out. And yeah. So like I said, it's been a challenging week. I'm hoping that this coming week is better. I'm looking forward to popping a Xanax and enjoying DJ Airson's set. So follow us on social media. I've been asking a bunch of questions like, what kind of Patreon do you want? And, like what kind of stuff do you want? Like what, what sort of theme albums you guys want? It's like we are super interactive now, more than we ever used to be. So it's good to be here. It's good to be here. We're alive, everyone. Count your blessings. And I hope that Bootie Mashup is helping you get through the corona apocalypse. It's been an honor and often a pleasure to provide some sort of entertainment in these otherwise bleak and challenging times. So, Bootie Mashup and memes, that's what's getting me through this. So, all right, let's get our Friday night started. Like, Adriana, shut the hell up. We just came here to dance, okay? Or just listen to good mashups. I'm going to sign off. There's going to be a little 20-second stick around, and then it's time for DJ Airson. Mwah. Bootie loves you.